Cardinal fans, thanks for tuning in for another edition of the Uiw Coaches Show. I'm your host, Karla Bello. The UIW men's and women's basketball teams both had road trips to the University of Texas A&M Corpus Christi over the weekend. The men shot 7 of 12 behind the three-point line, and sophomore Christian Peavy scored 22 points. However, the Cardinals fell by the score of 70-61. The women suffered a 57-49 defeat at the hands of the Islanders with a 10-point contribution from Star Omasi. The Cardinals softball team had a tough opening weekend at the Ragin' Cajun Classic as it fell to Fordham, Louisiana, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and California. Men's tennis dominated Arkansas Pine Bluff with a 7-0 win on Saturday, but the Cardinals fell at SMU on Sunday. Don't go anywhere, Cardinal fans. We will have our spring coaches on the show next. Hey, Cardinal fans, we have the men's basketball head coach, Carson Cunningham. Hi, Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Really good, Coach. Thank you for being here.
Well, yeah, I'm happy to be here, back in the Coaches Show, ready to talk hoops.
Coach, the first question. You guys had a really tough game against A&M Corpus Christi this weekend. How were you able to keep your athletes motivated throughout this game?
Well, it was a great environment. They did a really good job. They had a couple special things going on, homecoming king and queen, and they get like a headband and wristband handouts, and the crowd was fired up. It was a good environment. You know, that's exciting. So I thought it's a good, energetic environment, and we had good stretches, but you know, obviously we're struggling to close games, so we're still working on it, trying to do a lot of end game scenarios in practice. So we have to be just better defensively. We got to turn it over less, and we got to just keep learning and growing as a group on how you win a basketball game, how you close out a basketball game.
Coach, with such a young team, has your coaching style changed? And how do you keep composed to keep teaching the students to be better every single game?
Well, you want to give the players a great experience. You know, we knew we would be very young this year, and there'd be growing pains. They call them pains for a reason. It's tough. It can feel rough. But I think maintaining composure and treating people with mutual respect and not losing it is the way to go. That's how I taught when I taught history for 7 years at DePaul. It's how I've coached. But at the same time, we're striving to be super competitive, to work really hard, and to develop. And so you got to strike that balance. And you know, we're just going to keep plugging. Like I say, we're going to keep chopping wood. It'd be nice to get some of the guys back, guys like Morgan and Des Ballantyne, and a guy like Keaton Hervey. But Bryce Davis is coming back. He's nearing a full go, and that's going to be helpful. And so just keep trying to get better together.
Coach, what's your analysis for this upcoming game, for these 2 upcoming games? And what's going to be your attacking strategy for the remaining of the season?
Well, we're just going to continue to try to develop our motion game, work our sets in within that, and just continue to try to find ways to keep the scores down, and then obviously take care of the rock. You got to take care of the rock, and I think with young teams that's a very common issue, and it's one we're continually striving to improve.
Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Yes,
and good
thanks
luck.
for having me.
Yes, Coach. So it's always really good to have you here.
Stay strong, my friends.
My name is Luke Taggart, and I'm a junior, and I'm a pitcher here at UIW.
My name is Ryan Gonzalez.
I'm Ridge Rogers. I play baseball here at the University of Incarnate Word. I came here just because it's a great faith-based institution.
I really enjoyed coming out here every day, just hanging with the guys, making great friendships.
What a great place San Antonio is to be. There's so many things to do here, and I just want to thank you guys for the support this year.
Go Cardinals!
Hey Cardinal fans, for the very first time we have the baseball head coach, Patrick Hallmark. Hello Coach, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Really good, Coach. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure, happy to be here.
We're glad. Coach, how has preparation gone after having such a successful season last year? How has preparation gone and what are your expectations for this season?
Preparation's been really good, mostly because of the new field. You know, we've had some rain. Basically, the last 3 days we wouldn't have been on the field a year ago. So the new turf was wonderful. We were able to get 3 practices in on the field, inter-squad all 3 days, which is invaluable time from a pitching standpoint. So the guys are ready. Everybody's where they need to be in terms of preparation. Now it's just a matter of going out and playing well and winning games.
Yes, Coach. Coach, who are some of the student athletes that are going to contribute and make a big impact for this season?
Certainly it starts on the mound. As always with baseball, you got to be good on the mound. So Bernie Martinez and Luke Taggart and Tyler Miller are 3 pitchers that are back from last year that they all pitched 90+ innings last year, and they're going to be counted on again to pitch a lot of innings. So those 3 guys are really important. They're all healthy and ready to go. And then other older mature players like Ryan Gonzalez is back, certainly a solid player, and he's healthy. Ryan Flores at first base, preseason all-conference, so he'll be at first base on Friday. So we're pretty good. If Kyle's healthy in the middle of the lineup, we'll be okay with the bat.
Coach, how is baseball different from any other sports, and what's your favorite part about it?
Oh, that's a good question. It's different in a lot of ways. I think, well, my favorite part about it is just so much of the nuances, the game within the game. Obviously, the final score is most important, but there's so many little battles, whether it's the pitcher and the hitter. There's a little battle there, and then you get a base runner on. You got the base runner and the catcher stealing bases. So there's a lot of little things going on within the game that are fun and exciting, that if you're well versed in the game, you can kind of pay attention to, whether it's calling pitches, you know, different strategies, and those strategies change based on the hitter. So that makes the pitcher's job all that more important. He's got to be able to execute a certain strategy for one hitter, and a different hitter comes up to bat, he's got to be able to do something totally different. So all these little nuances within the game make it fun and exciting, and of course, it all ties into the big picture, which is the final score.
Yes, Coach, for sure. It's a very exciting game.
Yep.
I can tell you that. Coach, with this new field sponsored by HEB, where is the program heading to, and how is it going to improve your team's performance?
Well, we have high expectations of the program, and the field is a big part of that. We're certainly grateful to HEB and Corey Basso over there for getting it done, basically, and Dr. Wickstrom. So we're excited. It's going to help in so many ways. As I mentioned, it's already helped us get practice in that we wouldn't have got in. We'd have been in a batting cage for 3 days. So it's helping there. It's also helping recruiting. In this day and age, if you're going to be in Division I athletics, you got to be able to keep up with the Joneses. And the turf was just the first step in that direction. We still have other things we need to do to make recruiting a plus, but it's certainly going to help, and it already has helped. We landed a terrific recruiting class for the 2019 class that we're certainly excited about. It also helps just from a time standpoint. We used to spend, my coaches and I used to spend at least 45 minutes every day getting the field ready for practice. And now, it's not that there's no time, but it's probably 15 minutes with the turf. So that's at least 30 minutes every day. We're just not, you know, pulling and pushing a rake and all that other stuff. So that's kind of nice too. So we're excited, and that turf's going to pay off huge for us.
Yes, Coach. We're very excited for this season, and good luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Shelby Netherland. I'm a softball player here for the University Incarnate Word. Being on the softball team has given me the opportunity to live out a lifelong dream of being a Division I athlete, and it's already given me a lifelong group of friends that I'll get to know for the rest of my life.
Hi, my name is Haley Goins.
I'm Jordan Goins, and we play softball here at the University of the Incarnate Word.
Playing for the UIW softball team has given me the opportunity to play ball next to my sister, who I've been playing with all my life.
And it's given me the opportunity to play in front of my family and be here close to them.
Without y'all, we wouldn't have this opportunity. Please donate. Go Cards!
Hey Cardinal fans, we have the softball head coach, Joe DiPietro. Hello Coach, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here,
You're
Coach.
welcome.
Coach, tell us about the whole experience. You guys just opened your season this past weekend.
Well, it was great to get started. You know, we've been going at it pretty good for the last month, so it was good to get out and get against some different teams. We had two high-end teams in University of Louisiana and Cal Berkeley. So it was good for the girls to be able to go out there and test themselves against some higher-end teams.
Coach, what are your expectations for this season, and what's the message to your team?
Well, hopefully we can continue to get better. I think that's my biggest expectation is that we continue to improve as a program, and our focus is to try to make the Southland tournament this year. We didn't miss it by much last year, and I think we have enough pieces this year to be able to get in. So that's one of the things we're really pushing for. And message with the girls: just come out every day and work hard. Try to get better each day. Whatever your shortcomings are, we need to work on those to try to get them so that they're not shortcomings anymore.
Coach, what's going to be your focus this week at practice?
Well, this week it was good to see the games because it kind of exposed some areas we were deficient in. So we're really going to pay a lot of attention to those areas, and we're going to try to clean them up. So when we go back to Houston the week after, we're going to play a little bit better than we did this past weekend.
Yes, Coach. And what do you think it takes to have a successful softball season? And how do you teach your athletes to have concentration during games?
Well, I think everybody has to buy into what the philosophy of the coaching staff is. And I think once they do that, they can see what we're trying to do as a program. They play better. So we'll continue to do that and just really continue to get them to believe in what we're doing is the right thing for them. And hopefully they just continue to get a little bit better as we go along and learn from the mistakes they make in games and practices and really fine-tune those things so that we don't continue down the same path.
Coach, finally, talk about the new field sponsored by HEB and how it's going to improve your practices and also improve the performance of your athletes.
Well, it's awesome. I mean, it's the girls love it. It's been great. Every day you walk up to it, everything's brand new. It's bright. It's really nice. And I think Dr. Wickstrom and Richard Duran did a great job. Crossing the T's and dotting the I's to get this done for us. It's great. It helps with recruiting. We had probably one of the worst fields in the Southland based on what I saw last year. And now we went from having one of the worst to having one of the best, if not the best. So it's been great. We're very, very thankful for what we have.
Yes, Coach. Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here today, and good luck on this upcoming
game. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Each summer, student-athlete leaders from the Southland Conference's 13 schools get together for a retreat. Before we start another season of competition, there's time to have some fun and bond. We also share experiences of serving our campuses and communities. Together, Southland student-athletes completed more than 30,000 community service hours over the past year. We pull for each other and push to make each other better. Just part of what makes us Southland strong.
Hey Cardinal fans, we have the men's tennis head coach, Jonas Andersson. Hi Coach, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, Coach. Coach, talk about the duel against Arkansas Pine Bluff this weekend. What went well for your team?
I think everybody played well. We had all the way from #1 line to #6 and doubles. Everybody played really well, and the results showed. We won 7-0, so which is really good.
Yeah. Paco Vendana and Caleb Dyer defeated SMU 6-4 in doubles. How were they able to achieve this victory?
Well, I would say, in doubles you only play one set. There's no ad scoring, so you got to make sure you're on top of your game for each game and each point. And they played really good, right from the beginning. The key is to get a good start and everybody be fired up, and they did really well.
Yes, Coach, they did. And coming off a Southland Conference championship, how do you plan on defending this title? And what's going to be the message to your team as you're defending the title?
Well, I think last year we were kind of a little bit of the underdogs. Nobody really, you know, expected us to do that well. And I think, you know, this year everybody knows that we're pretty good. So, you know, they're going to come out gunning for us, and, you know, we just got to be ready. And fight really hard, because now every match is going to be really, really hard.
Yes, Coach. And finally, what's going to be your focus for practice this week?
Well, this week, well, luckily we got the day off, and it's raining, so it was good timing. And then it looks like the weather's going to clear up the rest of the week. So, yeah, we're just going to, you know, go out and work really hard the next 2-3 days, and then we're going to taper down a little bit before our match on Friday.
Yes, Coach. Well, Coach, good luck on this upcoming match.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Cardinal fans, we have the women's tennis assistant coach, Emily Olivier. Hello, Coach, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Really good. It's really nice to have you.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Coach, tell us, how is tennis different from any other sport, and what's the best thing about it?
Yeah, so growing up, tennis, it's definitely an individual sport, and something that's really cool about college is you come in as a team, and so whenever you play for each other and with each other, which is a really cool opportunity and experience. It's definitely different though, because whenever, like in juniors, whenever you're practicing and playing, you're playing only for yourself, and then whenever you play in college, you play like with a team, which is definitely fun.
Yes, Coach, for sure. Coach, talk about some of the adjustments the foreigner student athletes have to make in order to come over here and compete as a Cardinal.
Yeah, so at least I know for our student athletes, it's definitely just a culture shock, right? Just coming into the States and things like that. But like, it's even small things like a couple of our girls like never really did like weightlifting before, and so coming to the U.S. and having like a weightlifting program and things like that is definitely different. But I think that's like the main thing, just culturally.
Yes, Coach, for sure. The language, I mean, yeah. Coach, and then finally, what's the goal for the season this year, and how are you planning to achieve that?
Yeah, so our big goal is definitely like winning conference. Right now we're working on like being more of a team, and we really just want to give them the best opportunity and experience as possible. But our goal is to win conference, and we're just working hard every day to try to complete it. So
yes, Coach, for sure. You guys are gonna do it.
Yes, that's the plan.
Coach, thank you so much for being here, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you. This was awesome. Appreciate you.
Want to impress your friends at the next UIW tailgating party? Here at NCR, we have plenty of makes and models for every personality, even yours, Red. Do you see anything here that catches your eye? This isn't the type of tailgating I had in mind, Red.
Hey, Cardinal fans, we have the synchronized swimming head coach, Elizabeth Gerdin. Hello, Coach, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Really good. Coach, talk about senior day this past weekend and also the performance of your team.
It was really fun. We had the largest graduating class in a fairly long time, so 7 seniors. It was a little bit emotional because you know, it's been a really good group that really helped build the team, and they've been together for a while. So it meant a lot to the rest of the team to just be able to celebrate them and have them there. And then the performances for the team, it was great. A lot of fans came out, and so the energy was really high, and specifically our team routines the energy was just like off the roof, and they swam really, really well.
Coach, with nationals and regionals coming up, how are you preparing for them?
Good question. Well, first today we took a little bit of a rest day. They've been working really, really hard. The way we're going to be preparing for the next few weeks, though, is starting to really focus on the details. So we've been putting our routines together, but we haven't been able to perfect them yet. So we're going to take these next, crucial weeks to really work on matching and stuff like that.
Yes, Coach. What is something we do not know about synchronized swimming?
That's good. I guess it sort of depends. Some people know nothing. Some people have a few ideas. So in synchronized swimming, they're not allowed to touch the bottom. If they do, they get a really high penalty. And so it's actually better for us to swim in deeper pools than it is in shallow because it's easier to not have the bottom there. We also can hear the music underwater. We have underwater speakers that we put in. Sort of scare some people because we have cords coming out of the pool, but they can hear the music, and that's what makes it a little bit easier to synchronize the team and the movements with the music.
Coach, we're going to host the Nationals here in San Antonio. How do you feel about it, and how do you think is going to improve San Antonio as well? Like, how is that going to affect San Antonio?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. So super excited to host Nationals. I think that for the team, the energy of being at home, just sort of like this past meet, is going to help them just perform their absolute best, and hopefully we'll walk away with a national championship. For San Antonio, I actually think that hosting it is going to help grow San Antonio, especially in the arts and sport culture. It's a really high-end competition with elite athletes from all over the world, not just the best in the United States. And there's a couple of local teams here that are pretty good, and hopefully this will help inspire them.
Yes, Coach. Coach, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Hey Cardinal fans, we are with the UIW's most consistent baseball player, Bernie Martinez. Hi Bernie, how are you?
Good, good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Bernie, in high school, you were named the pitcher, the Laredo's pitcher. What was that accomplishment meant to you?
It was great because so it was my senior year that I was named pitcher of the year, and it was a year that I decided that I was going to be a pitcher in college, so that gave me some confidence coming into UIW.
What do you like to do in your free time?
As of right now, I don't do much in my free time. You can say my life's pretty boring. All I do is, play baseball and go home, eat, play Fortnite. I do play a lot of Fortnite right now, and yeah, that's it. Rest and eat.
We know that you like to go bass fishing. Where are the best places to go bass fishing?
Actually, the best place I would say the best place in the world is Culiacan, Mexico, and it's a lake named El Salto that we try to go to every year. That's, it's a beautiful lake filled with bass, and as a matter of fact, it's actually in one of our coaches' bucket lists to go to that place. So we're trying to see in the summer if we can get him to come with us and go out to the lake and fish some bass.
What's the biggest bass you have ever caught?
It was actually there, and I caught a 8.5-pound bass. It's pretty cool. It's actually on my Instagram if y'all want to check it out.
Bernie, talk to us about how old were you when you started roping and what got you into roping?
I want to say I was about 10 when I started, and looking at it, the reason we started, so I started because of my dad, and his dad was always into like cattle and ranches and stuff. So when we were about 10, he bought a horse, and my dad, my brother, and I, we just started going out every day to the roping arena, and eventually we all three started roping, and that's simply how it happened.
To this day, do you still team rope, or you don't do that anymore?
In the summer, I've team roped a couple times, but I try to stay away from it because it's a very dangerous sport. You can easily get hurt or lose a finger roping and stuff like that. So I try to stay away from it while my baseball career goes.
If you could go anywhere, either the past, the present, or the future, where would you go and why?
I definitely want to go to like a 1920s baseball game, just simply because looking at it since like the year 2000 to the year 2018, the game's changed so much. So I'd want to see, what it's like, how did they play, how fast they play, how fast were pitchers throwing and stuff like that.
Finally, what does it mean to you to be a UIW Cardinal?
Oh, it means the world to me. I've the best thing I got out of it, you know, was the relationship that I've made with my teammates, you know, people in baseball and outside of baseball. They're a relationship that are gonna last a lifetime, you know, and I'm excited for the future.
Well, thank you so much and good luck this season.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Cardinal fans, come out to watch UIW sports this week as men's basketball hosts Abilene Christian on Saturday at 3 p.m. Women's basketball hosts Southeastern Louisiana on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and SAU on Saturday at 1 p.m. Baseball opens its season with the 4-game series versus Hofstrom from Friday through Sunday. All 4 games will be at the Daniel Sullivan Field, sponsored by HEB. Men's tennis hosts St. Mary's on Friday at 10 a.m. and women's tennis plays Southern Utah on Friday at 2 p.m. and Louisiana Tech on Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Mabry Tennis Center. For more news and updates on all UIW sports, make sure to follow us at UIW Athletics on all of our social media platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For UIW Athletics, I'm Karla Bello. Have a beautiful day.